Hey guys, it's Jess. Welcome back to my channel. Today I have another plan with me to share with you all, and this week I am planning or memory keeping, as I feel like I have to mention now, because I don't future plan in my planners anymore. These are all rewind, so this week has passed and I am just scrapbooking, putting down some plans, but also putting down, like, by plans I mean things like take out the trash, or I don't take out the trash, but like do the laundry, but I also put in, like graduation and people's birthdays and things like that. I feel like I need to clarify that now in the beginning of every video, so I will try to get that down to an exact science so I'm not rambling like this. But yes, today I am planning for the week of May 6th, which is the week of Mother's Day. So I'm using this really pretty and floral, beautiful kit from ScribblePrintsCo called Secret Garden Party. Oh god, I think I wrote garden party on, oops. I think I wrote garden party on the thumbnail, but I'm pretty sure, is that what it's called? It's what it's called now. But anyway, what is exciting about this week is that I get to use Andrea's ScribblePrintsCo's bougie boxes, which the name is still tentative as of right now, but I think there's going to be the word bougie in there somewhere because they're a little bit extra, but honestly, they're easier to use to do the some white space planning. So basically, what they are is just a full box sized foil clear overlay. Did I say it's the size of a full box? It's the size of a full box, and it's just covered in the sprinkles of confetti and things like that. So it is easier to do the some white space, so you're not cutting up a bunch of washi. You just place it down like a full box, and then you plan as if that part of the planner was just blank and white space, if that makes any sense. But I love it. It makes planning so much easier. Honestly, I texted Andrea and I'm like, this is revolutionary, because even now, when you're lining up all your full boxes and your glitter headers, you can just line them up on top of the headers. You don't have to eyeball and like space things out like that. So I really love them. They aren't out yet, but I think she's trying to push up the release. Wow, things I know. I think she's trying to push up the release because she's been planning with these for a while, and I just got onto it. But people are excited, and so am I, because these are fantastic. They are hella extra, but with this being like a scrapbook now, I'm like, I don't care. I want it to be as extra as possible, and Andrea just made it easier now. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead, put down the, I'm gonna get to whatever. Put down the full box, the washi overlays. Full box, where am I going with this? Put down the bottom washi, the full boxes, all the overlays, and the glitter headers, and the date covers. And I was gonna say I'll be right back, but with that whole thing of me trying to figure out what I needed to say, we're at the sidebar. But yeah, all the foil is from ScribblePrintsCo. Let me check to see if I used any other foil, except for the one piece of foil I'll use on, on Sunday. All of the foil is ScribblePrintsCo. The overlays, the date dots, covers, and all of the, did I say overlays like a million times? Yes, I did. Okay, so anyway, moving on to the sidebar. Also, I forewent the deco this week, and I used the little heart foil deco pieces instead because I thought that'd be really pretty. Some of the deco pieces were a smidgen too big for my liking or wanting. I don't know, I just wanted to incorporate as much gold foil on this as possible because it was really gonna pop, and it's so pretty. So I'm happy with my decision. But anyway, moving on to the sidebar one more time. The first things I'm putting down are the 2 habit trackers to mark taking my vitamins and also my nighttime routine. So for the nighttime routine, I also stick a mini ombre heart checklist underneath that to mark the 3 specific things that need to be done for me to count that as being a completed habit. Then after that, I grabbed a squared off half box, and I didn't know what to put in it when I was planning. There was nothing like really, I mean, there was like a lot of special things this week, but I marked them in their own half boxes on their respective days, so I didn't really know what to put. But at the end of the week, I ended up putting a Happy Jaya like fangirling sticker. She's just like a little girl, has her hands clasped together and she has little hearts around. You'll see it at the end of the video. But I use that sticker. The one I usually use when I'm like fangirling over like boys and actors and things like that. That's that sticker. And then I wrote, it's been a good week, because I feel like it was a good week. It was a very long week. Like so many things happened this week that I'm like, they feel like 3 separate weeks, but it was a good week. So I just wanted to mark that because I also had nothing else to mark. Then after that, I put down a thick piece of washi and a to-do header, and then an ombre hard checklist right after that. Then there was, I don't know like why there's like a new little bit of space. I don't know what I've been doing differently with the other ones. Yeah, I don't know what I've been doing differently with the other ones. Last week had two squared off half boxes. Then the week before that, oh, okay. Yeah, so with my new style of the 2 habit trackers, but 1 ombre heart checklist, there is a little bit of space at the bottom. So now I put down a piece of the, what is it? The glitter foil overlay, and then I put down a patterned piece of washi. I like it. Looks cute, and it fills up that space nicely. And then I went ahead and filled out the sidebar. All of the pens and tools and stickers I use will be listed down in the description below. Also, if you want to know how I arrange all my full boxes and deco and like just how I arrange the base of the kit each week, the video link will also be down below. But if there's any questions you guys have, feel free to leave them in the comments. I will do my best to respond to them. Okay, moving on to Monday, the first thing I needed to mark that it was my friend Kelly's graduation. I was still in Phoenix at the time for Kelly's graduation, and we woke up super early to beat the traffic, and there was no traffic, which is surprising for a graduation. Like, we got in and out pretty quickly. But to mark that, I used a pattern half box along with this graduating pearl scribbler. I really love going to graduations almost for the same reason that I like going to weddings, just to see like people's lives change, which when I was graduating, like I felt that sense of like my life changing, but watching other people do it, especially because these were, graduates? That's really weird. But they're like, you know, masters and doctorates and things like that. And I almost cried when they like hooded the doctorate candidates. Because I don't know, they're just like, again, like the president of, I don't go to this school, by the way, and I don't know these people, but when the president was like, I now honor you, like, it was like a knighting ceremony, and then he called them all doctors, and I thought that was really, cool, and it almost made me cry, because I'm a sap that way. But anyway, so after that, we went to Starbucks. Me and Kelly's friend Vicky were like fiending for a Starbucks the whole time. We didn't even have breakfast, like we didn't eat a banana or anything, we just ran to the graduation. And we really wanted coffee, but like we couldn't find any. So we had like popcorn and sweet tarts for breakfast, which was not great. But we ended up going to Starbucks, so I marked it with a little thing, a Moonlight Paper Co. coffee cup, and a foiled script. Oh yeah, also this foiled script is from Letters to Apollo. That's not the script I was talking about. The other one I'm talking about is going to be at the end of the week. But yeah, so that is a Letters to Apollo foil script. Then after that, we went to a place called Southern Rail for like a graduation dinner, and it was really good. What did I have? I don't remember what I had, but it was like, I think it was like a shrimp po' boy. It was really good, and they had those like really thin, crispy French fries. Oh, so good. And then we had beignets. It was a really good lunch. Then when we got back to the Airbnb, Kelly transferred over some photos from our Israel trip together because she had a ton that I didn't have, and I was like, I need all of these. She also had some funny videos, and I was just like, I need all of them. And she couldn't, I found out about these videos and these pictures when I was back home. So when I was like, I'm gonna bring my laptop, you bring your laptop, and we're just gonna transfer the photos, because there was maybe like 600. No, I'm lying, there was like 72. I'm like 600. There were maybe like 60 or like to 100 pictures and videos together that I didn't have. So I was like, give me these. So yeah, so I marked transferring the photos, and I used a camera sticker from a Wonton in a Million sheet. Then after that, I watched Game of Thrones because I didn't watch it the night before. We couldn't get it to work on the TV, and then we had some downtime, so I'm like, I'm here present in the moment, but I really want to watch Game of Thrones. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, Game of Thrones. I don't know how to talk about it without spoiling it, and I know a lot of people, like, Game of Thrones has a shorter spoiler window, but I don't know. Oh, also, did you guys notice that I was filling and writing in my planner? This is what the bougie boxes do for you guys. I was like, this is really quick. I don't have to finagle with cutting and like placement of the headers, so I figured I'd start writing in my planner again. So same, like my iMovie thing says it's going to be around the same time that all my regular plan with me's are. Where was I going with that? But yeah, the writing is back. So for all of you who missed that, here you go. Ask and ye shall receive to my best ability. So yeah, I watched Game of Thrones, and then after that, we went to go get Kelly's friend Vicky a tattoo because they got matching tattoos together, like them and a bunch of friends they went on a trip with. My mom would kill me if I got a tattoo, so I did not get one. I honestly don't know what I would have gotten. I came up with like a million suggestions just because the guy tattooing was really slow. But I was like, I can't do this because it's not worth my death. This is not the hill I want to die on. So yeah, we did tattoo. I wrote tattoo shenanigans for that. Used a patterned fancy label and once more with love munchkins like prancing around. And then we went to In-N-Out for dinner. We were on the West Coast. Vicky never had In-N-Out before. I do love Shake Shack more, so much more. But it's just fun. It's just fun to have it on the West Coast. Anyway, moving on to Tuesday. Tuesday was actually Kelly's birthday. It's a very, very eventful friggin' week. It was an eventful week. So it's Kelly's birthday, and I marked that with a little thing and a foiled present icon. Then I got more Starbucks because we had to leave the Airbnb, and we decided to go to the Grand Canyon, which was like 4 hours away from Phoenix, but we had time to kill since all of our flights were really late. So I marked that again in my Starbucks situation with the foil and the coffee cup. Then I marked the road trip with a patterned fancy label and this Happy Day road trip sticker, and I just wrote in road trip. We did a pit stop. We were gonna go to this like Flintstones museum. I'm lying, it's not a museum. It was a theme park, but they shut down. I think they shut down for like construction. My stomach just made a weird noise, and I like sometimes when I'm on FaceTime, people can hear it, even though I think they can't. So I hope I didn't pick up on the voiceover, but sorry if it did. But yeah, there was a Flintstones theme park, and Kelly's brother said that it's like abandoned and you can go because like you can take cool pictures and stuff, and like the front is gated but the back isn't, but like we weren't gonna risk it because there was construction workers there and they were like, nah, this place is closed. But across the way there was a gas station and a crystals store, so I like am not into crystals in the way where like I understand completely the idea of them, but I just think they're so pretty. That's where I am at. I'm like, I think they're so pretty, but I never buy them because I don't have the information on it. But I did a little bit of research, and then there's also like informational like things all over the store for the different crystals and things like that. I almost bought a really bad crystal. Good thing Kelly steered me away, but I did buy 2 of them. And I don't know, I was just really excited because I'm like, I've always wanted to get crystals, and I feel like Carolyn of Carolyn Plans now, because like she's into crystals, and I just want her to explain everything to me because I had to Google a lot, and I realized you cannot charge them during moon phases if you don't know what the moon phases mean for your charging. So I have rose quartz. I don't know if I mentioned it, but I got rose quartz, but I'm not going to charge that in the sunshine. So it's very confusing because then the rose part goes away, like it starts to be less pink. Anyway, I am digressing. So we went to the crystal store, and I used like a really happy, like, oh my god, fangirling munchkin for that. And then I actually took the little deco pieces that I keep putting in throughout the days in random places, the foil ones, and I stuck them on the little star spots, I guess, like the little glitter spots around the fangirling munchkin, and I think it looks really cute and really foily and sparkly, so I love that. Then moving on, we finally made it to the Grand Canyon. It was really cool. It was really rainy and foggy, so you couldn't see a lot, but it was still so beautiful, and now I want to go back and see it with the sunshine. Loki got struck by lightning, and by that I mean there's a lot of static electricity in the air, and I kept holding on to the metal railings, and at one point I got zapped in the forehead with what I'm assuming is static lightning, static electricity, but I like legit thought, I was like, oh my god, I got struck by lightning. Plus it's like really fun to say you got struck by lightning and seeing the look on people's faces that you lived through that, and I was like, yes, I am a survivor of getting struck by lightning. But it was static electricity. Still really cool though. So I used a Happy Day traveling sticker on a quarter box to mark that. Then when I went to the airport, I registered for classes, which I shouldn't have done, but I'll explain that in a few. I registered for my classes for the fall, even though I don't know if I'm in the dental hygiene program yet, which my pre-clinicals are done after this semester, and now I just have to wait to see if I get into the clinical part. Then I ate dinner at Panera Bread, and I had my flight at 10 o'clock in the evening from Phoenix to JFK. Did I sleep on this flight? No. Was I exhausted for the next 48 hours? Yes. So, moving on to Wednesday, I marked that the flight was overnight. I think I slept for maybe about an hour because I finished the book I was reading, and I'm like, I should probably sleep for half an hour. So I used a fancy label and this pumpkin paper co Tara sitting in like a flight seat, I guess, and I marked the overnight flight. Then when I got home, what did I do? Oh, my Spider-Man Funko Pop was delivered. I don't know if I've ever mentioned that I said I would never buy a lot of Funko Pops. I feel like everybody says that. I have my golden trio of Harry Potter Funkos from The Prisoner of Azkaban, my favorite of the movies, and I was like, good, that's all I need. Like, I don't need to collect anymore. And then I found a Spider-Man. I wanted, well, like the Avengers happened, so now I was like, I kind of want to collect all the Avengers Funko Pops, but that's a lot. And then like, which ones do you collect? You know what I'm saying? So I was like, well, Spider-Man. Actually, I love Captain America and Spider-Man. I feel like I'm talking in circles this whole time with me. I love Spider-Man and I love Captain America so much. Love Spider-Man since like Tobey Maguire time. Although I went back to watch that movie this week and I was like, yeah, I like Homecoming Spider-Man better than Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, but before Tom Holland Spider-Man, Tobey Maguire was like legit, and I'm like, yes, he could be Spider-Man. But he was kind of like too confident out of nowhere, which is what I had a problem with. Anyway, I found a Spider-Man Funko Pop that was like unmasked, so it was Tom Holland Spider-Man in a Spider-Man, like the Iron Spider-Man suit, and I was like, this is the best thing ever. It ended up being a bobblehead, which like I'm not like too thrilled about, but this is the best of both worlds because I got like Tom Holland head and Spider-Man body. That sounds really weird if someone took that out of context, but I was so happy. I also ordered an Iron Man Funko Pop because I figured out that Andrea and I are Iron Man and Peter Parker. But yeah, if she's watching this plan with me, don't worry, Andrea. I'm not about to explain why I think that, but somebody should. No, no one explain it. I don't. Ugh. I am a nerd. Okay, moving on. So I got my Spider-Man Funko Pop. Then I, in a like tired days, unpacked because you guys know I always like unpack the second I get home, unless I get home at like 2 o'clock in the morning. I don't know why 7 a.m. was any different, but I was like, I need to unpack. And then I took a quick nap and, like an adult, decided to go to my one class because I was convinced that if I was supposed to get my test back in this class on Monday, but I missed it because I was in Phoenix. So I went to so I was supposed to get my test back on Wednesday, and I was like, go to class, you missed Monday. If you go to class, I'm sure you'll get a really decent grade. Then I went to class, tired as all heck, and she didn't have our test graded. So that was 2 classes she didn't have our test graded for. And I was like, are you kidding me? I could have stayed home. So after that class, I just ended up going home, and I marked after that I finished reading 99 Days, which is a really cute book. I can see why it's kind of problematic, but I enjoyed reading it, sort of. It was really cute. Cute's not the right word, but I'm not really good at reviewing books, am I? And then I finished up reading Dear Evan Hansen, so I marked those with a half box and this whimsical cat studio sticker of a girl reading. I thought the flowers in her hair matched the kit really well, so I thought it was really cute. So I marked finishing those 2 books. Then I caught up on RuPaul's Drag Race and knocked out around 6 p.m., which my sister was not happy about because she walked our dog Chippy in the afternoon, which is usually like my gig. But she was like, I'll walk him. And I'm like, okay, I'll walk him in the evening. I never expect to fall asleep, but she gets mad anyway. Like, I don't nap. Anyone who knows me knows I don't nap unless I'm sick or haven't slept in like 72 hours. So I was like, this was not intentional. I wasn't doing this to ruin your life. So yeah. Moving on to Thursday. On Thursday, I woke up at like noon. That's a lie. I think I woke up at like 9 or 10, which felt like noon because I fell asleep at 6. And I took a shower, and I wrote much needed shower because I feel like after getting off the airplane and I didn't shower and my hair was in knots and I feel like I hadn't washed that in a while, I really needed that shower. So I used this Coffee Monsters Co. emoji in a bathrobe and a face mask. I didn't do a face mask, but the sticker was just really cute. Then I went ahead and organized all of my washi. Sorry if you can hear me like moving. My battery's about to die and I don't want to stop this voiceover because I feel like I'm on a roll. So let me just grab my charger. Boom! We're back in business. I wonder if you could hear that part. Oh my god! Okay, my like adapter. Is it called an adapter? The thing with all the plugs in it. Like, what is it? I don't know what it's called, but it has a bunch of outlets in it. So yeah, I organized my washi when I got home. I don't know why. I just felt the need to do it because I don't use a lot of it, so I wanted to separate. I'm far away now. I wanted to separate out the ones I really don't use because I can be using that drawer space for something else, and I'll figure out a different way to sort all my washi. Then after that, I updated my social media, and by that, I updated my link tree basically on my Instagram because a lot of people didn't know about my code. Excuse me. Oh my god, I had this really spicy pasta and it's just no. What a train wreck. But yeah, a lot of people didn't know my code for ScribblePrintsCo, which is fair because I think I've only ever mentioned it in stories and then I stopped after that, and I just could never be bothered to update my link tree. So I updated it all. It has links to my shop. It has links to this YouTube, Amazon favorites and things like that. So frequently asked questions of like equipment and stuff that I have and just like random things here and there added into the link tree, and now I feel super organized on the social media front. Then after that, I reorganized my kitchen with my mom because the woman bought an air fryer, which is really cool. We made some delicious food in it, like especially chicken wings. The crispiest skin I've ever had. It was the crispiest skin I'd ever had. I thought I was exaggerating for a second. I was not. But basically, it's like this gigantic air fryer thing. I really hope the audio isn't bad now. There's this gigantic air fryer thing, and she left it in the middle of the dining table, and I'm like, this can't sit here. She's like, who's it bothering? And I'm like, me, because you put it in front of the seat I sit in. We only like sit in like the same 3 seats in on our dining table, so I'm like, I don't know why you put this here. There's an outlet at the end of the table, and you can put it there where no one ever sits, but we had to rearrange the whole kitchen to make room for this air fryer. Then after that, I finally sat down to finish planning the week before, and then put in this week. So I used a squared off half box along with a Toffee Bananas Planning Girl. And while I was doing that, I was just binge watching my watch later on the YouTube videos, all the videos I had missed while I was away. And then I went ahead and published the plan with me for the week prior, which was my birthday week. Since I wasn't home on Monday or Tuesday, I couldn't get it out until Thursday, even though I came home early on Wednesday. There was just no time because your girl fell asleep, so that was nice. Then moving on to Friday, the first thing I really needed badly was caffeine, and I didn't have time. Why didn't I have time to make coffee? I probably like snoozed or something, but I needed to get coffee so badly that I couldn't even wait to get Starbucks and went to the first oblong pan I saw. But I ended up using a piece of pattern washi and this Wonton in a Million Suey chasing a coffee cup, which I thought was really cute. Then after that, on my commute to school, I replied to YouTube comments, and that is when I figured out that I was not supposed to register for classes because I am not in the dental hygiene program yet, and I'm really glad someone told me, because I heard what they told me was that if you register for dental hygiene classes before you know you're in, they kick you out of the program before you even get into it, which I think is, I don't know, like a little bit harsh because I'm just trying to be organized, so why am I being punished for that? But basically, when you get into the program, you get put into blocks of classes, and so if you are registered but not in the program yet, you're taking up space for them to properly put people into classes. That is my take. That's not what they told me, but that's what I'm assuming and why they get mad if people are holding those classes. So yeah, so I unregistered for classes and used this not too happy emoji to mark that. Then I had a free ticket at the Alamo Drafthouse, so I decided to go to see Endgame again because there wasn't any movie that was like coming out before June 1st, which is when I like had to use it by. I know Aladdin's coming up, but I know I'm going to see that with either my sister or somebody else. No specific somebody else, but I just knew that's a movie somebody would come see with me. So Avengers Endgame again, nobody would come see that with me again. I had to even like dig to see if like my cousin would come see it with me the first time. Dig for what? But I ended up using a squared off quarter box and the Iron Man sticker to mark seeing Avengers Endgame again, and this time I didn't have dry contacts, so I weeped. Also Tom Holland is adorable, and I'm just gonna keep mentioning that, and Captain America. That is America's ass. Oh, wow. And I didn't just make, if you've seen the movie, you know, it's not a spoiler. It's not a spoiler. Anyway, so when I got home, I just didn't do anything. I just had a little lazy evening. So I marked that with a patterned half box and this munchkin just laying down, eating some popcorn, because I did a whole lot of nothing, which I feel like I rarely do now. Like it was like stress-free doing nothing. I know I have finals coming up, but it was just nice to not have to do anything. I'm going to study for finals the week that we're in right now, so I was like giving myself a break beforehand. Then I took a bath with my new bath bombs that I bought the week prior on my birthday. It was really gross because there was a lot of like leaves and twigs and dirt in what looked like a very pretty bath bomb. I was not a fan. The water was the perfect temperature too. I'm just like, oh, why, Lush? Why do you put things in your bath bombs like that? It's just really gross. It looked like dirt, and actually it looked like something else, but it looked like dirt, and I didn't like it. But other than that, it was a very relaxing bath. Then the last thing I did that night was FaceTime Kelly, who actually just moved to Wyoming. So she's just FaceTime. I remember, what did she FaceTime me about? She was in a Walmart or a Target. She was in a Target, and she was just buying all the things, but we FaceTimed, so I used a little thing and a munchkin on FaceTime. Then on Saturday, I slept in. I didn't have too many plans except to go get my nails done, but I woke up at like noon because, why did I wake up? Oh yeah, because my friend Carla called me, and I was like, I'm glad she called because I made an appointment to get my nails done at 1 p.m. because I knew there was no way I would sleep through that. It's at 1 p.m. for Pete's sake. But no, I almost did. So thank you, Carla, because I almost would have missed my nail appointment. And I got my nails done. Real cute. They remind me of Tiffany's. Like, look at that sparkle and that blue. I love it. I wanted to get them yellow, but I figured I'd save that for when I go to Disney. I have a really cute idea for that, color-wise, not design-wise, because my nail lady doesn't really do designs. But colors are still fun. And I don't have like much going on this week, so I didn't want to like waste the yellow and the like the sparkle on a like 3 weeks where I don't do anything. But then I ended up doing this, and I'm like, wait, these are cute, and I have nowhere to go. So that's whatever. So I had my manicure, then I went to the library to return my library books, where I found out I had outstanding fees of $10, and I was like, wait, for 5 books? And she was like, oh no, there's like some you haven't paid before. I'm like, oh my god, I'm a felon. I'm a felon of the library. But yeah, she's like, you don't have to pay that now. And I was like, oh, no, I'll just pay it. Because like, why would I not pay it? And why did they tell you to not pay it? I think it's like when you get to a certain amount, that's when they start like looking for you. But I was like, I'm just going to pay this now. Then I ended up watching the movie Fighting with My Family. The trailers for it were kind of good, but I didn't know if the movie would be. And then I found out Lena Headey, who plays Cersei in Game of Thrones, she was the mom in the Fighting with My Family, so I was like, I'll just watch it. It's pretty good. It's not the most like amazing film, but it was nice. I enjoyed watching it. Then I went to Applebee's with my dad and my sister. We don't really know where to eat anymore because my sister is on like a diet. It's like a lifestyle change. I'm gonna call it a lifestyle change because I believe in her to stick to it, but all of us are suffering while she does. So she can only eat like certain things certain times of day, which I respect. I'm here for you, but when I'm hangry, I'm like, I must eat all the things, and this is impeding on my hunger. We just went to Applebee's because it was the closest thing to us. Then after that, we went to Home Depot. Well, I went to Home Depot with my dad and my mom. They needed to get like a new doorknob and some gardening things. I don't know. And then I got home and organized my foil collection. I guess it's a collection. Can you call it a collection? Let's call it a collection. I organized all my foil because it was in just a photo album, and it was really kind of infuriating to myself. I did this to myself because I just couldn't, like, I knew where everything was, but I just didn't like the way it was organized. So I ended up reorganizing everything. Everything is in its own like binder now, and it's really nice because it's not like this thick photo album, and it's so lovely. Then after that, I ended up ending my night by watching the original Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire. I was gonna keep watching the rest of the series, but I know 3 is atrocious, and 2, I think like I just remember the plot too much, and it's not like the first Spider-Man, so I was like, I don't really want to watch it. And that's when I figured out I like Tom Holland's Spider-Man way more. I've never watched Andrew Garfield's Spider, so maybe I'll watch that. But Andrew Garfield is too pretty to be Spider-Man. I mean, Tom Holland's pretty, but like Andrew Garfield's like too hot to be Spider-Man? I don't know. Anyway, I'm digressing. So Sunday was Mother's Day, and I marked that with a patterned fancy label, these teeny and baby sticker from Glam Planner, and then the Happy Mother's Day holiday script from Rose Colored Days. And we just spent the day with my mom. Usually we spend Sundays with my dad, but we switched things around and we moved. That's why we hung out with my dad on Saturday. And I woke up that day feeling really, really spendy. I had been looking at that Iron Man Funko Pop for a while. It's like limited edition and hard to find, but I found it on eBay. Andrea's rolling her eye. If Andrea made it this far, she's just like, limited edition. Yeah, Andrea, that's how much I love you and think we're Peter Parker and Iron Man and Tony Stark. Oh, I guess I have to say, if I'm gonna say Peter Parker, then I have to say Tony Stark. But anyway, I need to change something. Okay, so anyway, I have like this idea for, I have a picture framed of us, but I have an updated one from Vegas when we went that's really cute. So I'm gonna put that photo in, and then put these, there's a mosquito, put the Spider-Man, Spider-Man Peter Parker Funko Pop and the Iron Man Tony Stark one next to each other, next to that photo frame, because I think it'd be really cute, no matter how nerdy it sounds. But that's how my nerdy heart shows love. I think I'm like hellbent. I'm gonna write a thesis paper on why we are those characters. Okay. I also bought stickers from Once More With Love and Paper Milk. Like I said, I was feeling really spendy this day, and I bought a webcam cover because lately, I don't know why, I've been a little freaked out that like when I'm not on FaceTime and I keep my laptop open, that people, like the FBI is like looking at my webcam. Not really the FBI, but like, you know, like people can hack, whatever. It's this little tiny thing. It won't bother anybody, but I really wanted to buy that, so I bought that. Then we ended up going to get Mother's Day lunch at a place called Tommy's Tavern, and it wasn't that great. The food was like really unseasoned, but that's why I had spicy pasta today, because they give you so much food, but it's just unseasoned that when I went to reheat it, I put like hot sauce and garlic and black pepper in it, all of that, and I made it delicious is what I made it, but it was really spicy, so I got really burpy afterwards. Then we had time before the movie we were going to see, so we went to Target, we went to Costco, and we went to Starbucks. So I marked Target and Starbucks because I didn't have room to mark Costco because I really wanted to use the movie marquee. So then I used the movie marquee and put down an emoji with a laughing face because we went to go see The Hustle, which is the movie with Anne Hathaway and Rebel Wilson in it. It was silly. I really enjoyed it, and there's like a cute little love story in there, and I was like, please be real. It was so cute, and my mom had a good time, and that's all that mattered on this day. And then when I got home, I just watched YouTube, watched Game of Thrones, and planned the next week, which I marked there with the fancy label and the $2 Tuesday washi stack that was like old from ScribblePrintsCo, and I don't know why I didn't film me writing that in. Writing and filming is going to take some getting used to again, I guess. But yeah, here is the week in full, and I did the Viv Wiggle like 30 seconds ago, but it came out so cute, very different from the crazy Vegas week the week prior, but I love how it turned out, and I love all like the little gold foil dots. I'm just like looking at them all now, like it's connect the dots, and I'm like, what picture can I make? So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this plan with me, and I will see you next time. Bye!